welcome to an exciting episode of BioLogic Science News. Today, I want to talk about the results of a recent data analysis from the Kepler Space Telescope. These findings suggest that 20 more worlds can be added to the ever-growing list of potentially habitable exoplanets. These exoplanets are planets that have been found orbiting other stars, many light years away from us. The first were discovered in the 90s, and as telescopes have gotten bigger and our observation techniques have gotten better, we've been finding more and more of them all over the place, orbiting stars we didn't even expect to have planets, orbiting at distances we didn't think those planets could exist at. The raw variety in the star systems that we've cataloged so far has really blown up our old paradigms about the universe and star system formation. So this new data analysis has revealed 20 potentially habitable planets, all far enough away from their parent stars that they orbit in a range where liquid water could potentially exist on their surface. Some of these stars are G-type stars, medium size, medium age, yellow, just like our Sun, while some of the other stars in the analysis are smaller and cooler. As such, some of the potentially habitable planets had Earth-like orbits, with the longest orbit being 395 days. While other planets around smaller stars have to orbit much closer to stay warm and keep liquid water on their surface. I want to talk more about the planet with that 395-day orbit, because it's the most Earth-like planet that was observed in this analysis. This planet doesn't have a cool science fiction or Roman deity name yet, so it currently goes by a technical moniker KOI 7923.01. It's 97% the size of Earth, in a similar but slightly larger orbit. This wider orbit pushes the planet to the edge of its habitable zone, so it would be slightly colder than Earth, while still being warm enough for liquid water to exist on the surface. The researchers described this world as being potentially Earth-like, but where our planet is dominated by coniferous and deciduous and tropical forests, the vegetable life on this planet, if any exists, might take the form of a huge expanse of boreal and subarctic tundra, with its lichen, cold-tolerant flowers, and sphagnum mosses. The researchers who looked at this Kepler data believe that these 20 new exoplanets are great candidates for being potentially life-bearing worlds, due to their generally sun-like stars and their longer, stable orbits. I'm inclined to agree that these are the qualities that we would expect to see in a planet that hosts life, but there are a lot of other things that need to happen before life can be viable. These planets have to have stable climates. That means no Venus-like atmospheres, with lead melting temperatures, crushing pressure, and a sprinkling of perpetual acid rain. In order to host life, these planets will probably also need a giant gravity shield, in the form of a gas giant or a binary dwarf star, something like Jupiter that will suck up most of the loose asteroids and comets before they have a chance to strike the habitable world. I could go on and on about the various factors that are involved in planetary habitability, but for your sake, I'll just leave it at that. It'll take a lot more research and many more observations before we can come to any conclusion about what these planets are truly like. But I have no doubt that there's life somewhere out there, probably on one or more of the exoplanets that we've already discovered.